All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how we do it around here. We like to get our hands on a juicy document. And today is no exception. We're going to be talking about data and, I mean, everything data.
Everything data.
We got big data, wireless communication, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So if you ever feel like you're just drowning in tech jargon, well, this is your life raft. Get ready to make some sense of it all.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. You know, we hear all this stuff about big data all the time, and it can feel pretty overwhelming, right? Like, how are we supposed to wrap our heads around something so massive?
Right. Like what even IS big data? Is it just like a storage unit overflowing with cat videos? I mean, it's got to be more to it.
Okay, so yeah, it's way more than just, a ton of cat videos. It's not just about the amount of information. It's really about how we're constantly collecting it, analyzing it, using it to actually make things better. Like think about all the stuff you do online, all the websites you visit, the things you buy, the stuff you post. All that creates this huge trail of data. And companies use that to do all sorts of things like personalize your experience, target you with ads, even predict what you might do next.
Wow. So it's like one giant feedback loop then.
Pretty much, yeah. We create data, companies use it to get smarter, and then that shapes how we interact with the digital world even more wild, right?
Absolutely wild. And this whole data explosion, it's all thanks to that, digital revolution that's been happening since like the 80s.
Exactly. We went from analog to digital and things haven't slowed down since then. In fact, with this, we've created more data in just the past few years than in like all of human history before that. It's mind-blowing.
I mean, it's insane, right? And it's not just sitting around. It's like constantly zipping around us wirelessly through like Bluetooth and NFC and RFID and QR codes. I mean, it's like a whole alphabet soup of technologies.
Yeah.
It honestly feels like magic sometimes.
Right. It does feel like magic, but it's really just super clever. Engineering each of these technologies has its own special purpose, like take RFID, for instance. It can track products like in real time as they move through the supply chain. So imagine you order something online. Not only can you track its journey from the warehouse to your doorstep, but it could even trigger personalized marketing messages along the way.
Oh, wow. So it's like our data isn't just shaping the stuff we buy. It's actually shaping our whole experience as consumers.
Exactly. And, even those QR codes that we see everywhere, they're not just for linking to websites anymore. I mean, think about it. You can use them to make payments, get detailed product info, even unlock some crazy interactive experiences. Like imagine scanning a QR code on a milk carton and suddenly you're in this augmented reality world where a cow is like teaching you about dairy farming.
Okay. That's pretty wild. But maybe we should try to like zoom in a little bit, make this whole data thing feel a little more down to earth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the document we're looking at, it talks about how all the stuff we do online, like video calls and streaming videos, it all uses up a ton of data.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to picture just how much,
Yeah, that's true. It's easy to forget just how much data we're using, especially when we're doing those data heavy things. So think about it. When you're on a video call for like 30 minutes, you're sending a ton of audio and video information back and forth in real time, and then streaming a movie that needs a constant stream of data going to your device to keep that picture quality nice and smooth.
Okay, so all those hours I spend watching cat videos, they actually do add up.
They do. They really do.
And speaking of data adding up all this stuff is what's fueling the whole Internet of Things thing, where like our devices are constantly talking to each other and we hear all about these like smart cities and smart schools, but I still don't really get what that would look like in real life.
All right, so picture this. You're in a city where the traffic lights, they actually adjust to the flow of traffic in real time. So there's less congestion and everyone gets where they need to go faster. Buildings, they become super energy efficient by changing how much power they use based on if anyone's inside, even public transportation like buses and trains. They can change their schedules based on how many people need a ride. It's all about devices constantly sharing data to make things run smoother and make life better for everyone.
That's sounds pretty awesome, but are there any like downsides to having everything so connected? You know what I mean? Like what could go wrong?
That's a really important question to ask because, even though there are tons of potential benefits, there are some risks too. I mean, data security is huge.
All right.
Imagine if someone hacked into like a city's traffic control system. The chaos would be insane. And then there's the whole privacy issue. As our cities get smarter, we need to make sure that all this data collection is being done in a way that's transparent and doesn't violate anyone's rights.
So it's like a balancing act then, right?
Yeah.
Trying to use data to make things better, but also making sure that it doesn't get out of hand.
Exactly. And it's a conversation that we all need to be part of as we move further into this data-driven world.
Okay, so let's recap real quick. Big data is like this huge, ever-growing thing that's shaping our lives in ways we might not even realize, from the products we buy to the way our cities work. It's all thanks to this amazing world of wireless
Yeah,
technology.
yeah.
But it's not all perfect, right? There's some serious questions about data security and privacy that we need to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, this whole data landscape, it's fascinating and it's changing so fast. And, getting a handle on the basics, that's the first step to really understanding how it all works and what it means for us.
You got that right. So thanks for joining us on this data deep dive. We hope you learned a thing or two about the digital world we live in. And hey, maybe this has got you thinking about all the ways that data is shaping your own life.
Yeah, definitely makes you think.
And we'll see you next time for another deep dive into something awesome.
Sounds good. See you then.
All right, take care, everybody. Bye.